Hey guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel doing another paid review. This here is for Russell. And Russ says to me, here we go. He goes, hi Arch, love your channel, enjoy your entertaining videos very much. You make me laugh, cringe and sometimes cry, but you're always entertained. Your friend Scotty is a really lovely guy, yes, and I'm pleased you have him as a good friend. Suckerhorn is cool, yes. Just sent you $50 for a review, part 1, and I'll send you another $50 for part 2. Here we go. I appreciate that you've included a lot of content, and I will send you another 100 bonus at the end, performance-related pay, fucker. I think that there is enough info across the 2 parts for you to produce your first $200 premium review. Wow. I could have bundled it all together, but I think changing opinions, taste and beliefs will resonate with our circle-jerking friends, so thought it may be more interesting that way. I actually wrote part of the 3rd of June 10 weeks ago, and since then my collection, opinions and understanding about the watch game have changed dramatically. In fact, things have changed so much that you may give part 2 the title, The Worm That Turned. I was totally confused and still am, but I enjoy the hobby and love my watches, which is the most important thing. I have attached reviews 1 in MS Word and also attached some images to save you searching for them. I really enjoy your reviews, especially when you show us images of the watches you are talking about, so I have sent you everything you need to do a great review. Great job. I do however appreciate that some rich fuckers send you 20 US to review their 20 watches. $500,000 collection, it may not be possible. All the best cheers, all the best Arch, cheers, Russ. And this is a very, very interesting thing that he has sent me there. So I'm just trying to trying to get this out here. He goes, maybe you can do 1 or 2 a month to create scarcity. What's he talking about? This is a $200 premium review, is a suggestion that you may test. Maybe you do 1 or 2 a month to create scarcity. It can't beat, if you can't beat Rolex, fucking join them, my friend. Laugh out loud. Just make them worth $200. I have seen many reviews that you've done that were easily worth $100 to $200. PPS, just because I'm paying a little more, do not lick my ass. The truth is fine. I nearly fucked up last week with one of the videos. Helped me to make a decision and saved me from spending $10,000 so badly. I'll explain this in part 2. So very, very interesting indeed there. He goes on, you're seriously selling yourself short. 20 US is only a packet of fags, cigarettes in the UK. You are worth more than that, and I understand why doing reviews is a bit of a pain. You were doing shit for almost free. Okay, so here we go. Let's go into the first review here. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. The super review. Okay, now he says he goes, Dear Arch, my name is Russ from the UK. I really enjoy your channel, blah blah blah. I still laugh every time. Tell your fuckhead friends! I've sent you 60 US to help you keep up the good work as a review and advice is required. I've also another couple of paid questions lined up for you when I have time to write you the emails. I'm in my mid-50s and have always really liked watches, but have never been able to afford luxury watches, so didn't wear a watch until about 8 months ago. I am from a working class background and have always had to work very hard for everything I get, so watches were low on my priorities. I have 4 children. 4! I've got 4 as well, and been through 2 divorces. Ooh, shit. And only 2 years ago I was facing financial Armageddon, and my personal finances were totally screwed and in the minus. I was fucked, and tramps on the street were about £50,000 better off than me. I was never rich before, but was earning good money, quite good money, and was doing okay until the recession, which screwed my IT business. Yes, I'm in the same boat. It had taken me 5 years to get that desperate position, and I suffered from severe depression throughout the period of my personal and financial decline. I'm not telling you stuff for sympathy because I bought it on myself to some extent, but so that you understand my buying decision when it comes to watches. When I was crashing and burning financially, I invested a lot of time and money that I didn't have trying to innovate my way out of a difficult place, which is exactly what I think why you are doing so well, Archie, and I wish you all the very best. I am by no means out of the shit based on my age, but now I have more than £100,000 and working my cock off to keep my investment pot growing because I need to retire someday. Anyhow, down to watches. When I was in my early 20s, I bought a fake Tag Heuer around 1985 for about £40. I didn't used to wear it, but I like to look at it and dreamt of owning the real thing one day. Then about 2 years ago, I was in China and bought a fake Breitling. My new girlfriend videoed me for 15 minutes looking at it constantly in the hotel. I hadn't even realized, but it was clear from my fascination for watches was real. By October last year, I'd started a new business and managed to get out of the shit and started saving money. So decided to buy a watch as a reward to myself and looked around at Tag Heuers. I really knew almost nothing about the watch game at that time, and to me Tag was a grail. Typical fucking newbie, I hear you say. About me, I'm 6'3" tall, so small watches look silly on me, so I go for larger ones. I like tech and modern design, and now drive an E220 with an AMG body kit, which is my grail car. Great car. I love Mercedes E-Class. I really do not like yellow gold. It's too flashy for me, but white gold would be okay. Maybe later down on the line for the main grail piece. I decided that any purchase I made had to fit the following criteria. Okay, I need to be able to purchase at a price which I will not lose if I have to resell. Yes. As a newbie, I know almost nothing about watches, but I do know that as an investment, it is more of a damage limitation exercise than an investment. For me, it's a good way to keep the cash and enjoy the watches rather than make more cash from them. Yes. It's like a free-ish hobby. Yes, I 100% agree. Number two, I must like the watch and want to wear it. I wear all of my watches and always will. Very, very important indeed there. But not all at the same time. Number three, I can only buy a watch when I achieve a personal financial target. Number four, must have box and papers. Number five, if possible, add a little quirkiness to the collection. I always buy on a bracelet, then buy straps to put on them to keep the bracelets mint. All have box and papers. Purchase number one. Let's go. Let's get into this show time now. My first purchase around October 2017, it's about a year ago, was a Tag Heuer CAY211A chronograph, caliber 16 on steel. I bought it for £1,700 through eBay and it was new. Retail was £3,000. I really love the watch. It fits my personality and taste. I think it looks quite techy and not a copy of other designs, and I love the yellow, my favorite color, on the second hand and 300-meter text against the black face. I also think the design fitted the metallic grey 2014 E-Class Mercedes with black Artico fake leather that I had at the time, leased of course. Yeah, so that's the Tag caliber 16. Okay, fair enough. Purchase number two. And I gotta say, I do have a Heuer. Don't think that I am a snob when it comes. I've got my Heuer here. That is my caliber 11. I love my Heuer caliber 11. Purchase two. I love that watch so much that I started wearing it all the time, including for work, and I did not want to fuck up, so decided to buy another everyday watch. I did I deal with China on that basis. Went for a brand new tag TAK 211A. Retail was around £2,400 and I purchased it for £1,550. I really like chronographs and complications, but got this one because it's practical with the GMT feature and thinner and smaller, so less likely to get damaged at work. I wear it on a nice cheap fake tag black rubber strap, and now it is my beater. It was a rush purchase. I did get buyer's regret. I do really like it now, but I don't love it. Possibly a good thing for a beater. If it was a woman, I would fuck her and go down on her, but I wouldn't marry her. No, no, no. Fair point. Fair point there. We don't want to damage the seats in the back of that E-Class. We don't want to damage the seats. We got to keep the seats clean in the Artico. Purchase number 3. Purchase number 3 was a Breitling Super Avenger 2. Purchased in March 2017. I paid $3,200, like new, with leather strap and bracelet. When I bought my first tag from a collector, he was wearing a shiny polished Breitling, and I really liked it, so decided to get one. He goes on to say, I really do like this watch, but feel a bit of a cock wearing it in public and the highly polished strap. It's a bit overstated flash for me, but as a watch to wear at home and have in my collection or wear very occasionally is a great piece and one that I really enjoy. The genuine leather blue croc strap also came with it, so I use it when I wear it. Fair enough there. That's a fair enough purchase indeed. Then purchase number 4 was an Omega. I decided to purchase an Omega, so I purchased an Omega Seamaster Professional Chronograph 300 meter. It's a 2012 model. I paid £2,150, £2,150. Retail for a new one is about £4,000, and I had never even held an Omega at the time of purchasing, but I bought it thinking if it was a shitter, I would sell it and hopefully not lose too much. When it arrived, I was pleasantly surprised. It's like new and never polished. The bracelet is really awesome and comfortable. I really love this watch now, and to me, it feels like a quality watch. Here are the questions. No need to be polite. I won't take it personally. It's not my area of expertise, so can't be offended. Question 1. How do I do as a complete newbie? How did I do? I just had a look on Chrono24 and think I did okay regarding the price. But are there any shitters there? Very, very good question. Let's have a quick look. I'm not here to lick his fucking asshole. I'm here to be honest with him. Okay, so I would say let's have a look at this collection here. We've got a nice bit of following. We've got the Caliber 16. The Caliber 16. I don't hate the Caliber 16 as a newbie purchase. I wouldn't buy one. I think I love my I love sophisticated Steve McQueen. That's what I like. Let's have a look there. What do I think? I think it's an okay first watch. It's okay. I don't think that's a problem. Then you had the Caliber 7 GMT. That's quite a cool. It's a cool GMT function watch. The Avenger, the Super Breitling Super Avenger 2. I love my Breitlings, I must say. I do love. I got a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 2. Yes, it is a bit blingy and showy, but yeah, I think a Breitling is okay. If you like the Avenger, hey, power to you. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm not as cool and trendy as you. I'm not as cool and trendy. And finally, the Seamaster 300. That's a great watch. One of the only waterproof chronographs there. It's a very, very cool watch. So I would say out of 10, I'd give that collection a 6. A 6 out of 10. Yeah, a 6. I mean, it's not what I would do. I mean, I would have personally got the Omega Speedmaster. Man on the fucking moon! That's what I would have got. I would have got a Breitling Super Ocean Heritage. I think that's a more... I like that retro. I like retro, and I would have added a Tudor in the mix. But as a newbie collection, no, they're modern, nice, big sizes. that's their modern contemporary. Okay, so I get it. So question one, how did I do as a complete? I think you did okay, not brilliantly, but not terribly either. The thing is, if you always wanted a tag, it's not for me to crush your dreams and say don't do that. I tell you the truth. I got my Monaco here. I quite like the tags. Yes, they're not Rolex. I understand. I get it. But they are a Swiss watch. They're a good Swiss watch. Rolex are a set of cunts. So that I have decided that I'm not going to buy one until I can get one that I like from an AD or at retail or less pre-owned. I can understand people being drawn into their web, but I'm not going to let them wrap my brain to join the consumer lemming party. Yes, Rolex is very much like that, but I got to tell you, I've actually succumbed. Tomorrow, actually 2 days time, I'm going down to Melbourne to get a Milgauss for myself. I tried to just, the Rolex, there are some bargains there. The least I like Rolexes that don't look like Rolexes. It's the Explorer there. I completely get what you're saying, but I think every man does need a Rolex, okay? They do. So, yeah, I kind of get that. Question two. I know you love Rolex watches, and I agree that they are quality, but if you had a friend that was good company and fun to be with but kept ticking you in the bollocks and only spent time with you if you paid for all the beer, how long would you keep him as a friend? Well, it's normally me drinking the free beer. I gotta be honest with you, I kind of get it. Rolex is just a crazy brand. It's the value is lousy. If you look at it on a level, you compare features, it's lousy. It's a bit like a Mercedes-Benz. They're lousy value, but then you think about it, yes, it's fake leather, but it's classy fake leather, and it's that star on the front. So I get it, but I still think get a Rolex. You got to get one. Every man needs a Rolex. Don't have to be an expensive Rolex. You can get something no date, 3-hand type of thing. I still think get a Rolex. Okay, question 3. If you were to buy a Rolex this week, it would be a pre-owned, used, and in good condition. White gold model. Maybe a Daytona or a Pepsi GMT. What do you think about that? I may get one great Rolex when I finish off my collection. I gotta tell you, a good friend of mine is a huge Daytona lover. One of the best bang per buck pre-owned. It's a Daytona on a leather strap, and it's white gold leather Rolex strap and a white gold buckle. I think that's a classy piece. I also think, I like to look at bargains. I think the white gold Submariner is kind of a bit soft. It's going through a bit of a bad resale phase there. But I would say get steel. I really think the whole joy of Rolex, it's a very utilitarian watch. It's just something you can strap on and wear. Get a Rolex. Get a Rolex steel. That's what I would do. And I'm actually, this week, I'm picking up a Milgauss. I've drunken from the Kool-Aid, and I think there are many cool Rolex. It doesn't have to be white. That's a bit over the top. There's many. I got to be honest with you. If you wanted a Grail, I would probably buy another brand in white gold. I think Rolex, stick to the genre. Steel Sports. That's what I'd be doing. What would I buy? Good bang per buck, second hand. I reckon the Explorer 39mm. The Explorer 1 39mm is great buying. The 42 is actually, they're a bit soft on the secondary market. That's a great buy. And the Milgauss. The Milgauss, baby. Get the Milgauss. So I definitely would do that. So I think the gold Rolex, a bit expensive, very, very big coin. I'd probably go Daytona on a leather strap. That's the cool way to go. Or I think a Day-Date 40. I reckon that's a cool piece. Very, very cool, but very expensive. I'd probably, you know, I don't know if I'd buy a precious metal Rolex. I reckon Steel Sports is Rolex. Okay, now we have the next question here. Okay, here we go. My collection, I want to build a collection of 8 watches only, and the top 4 was how I see my collection growing. Now that I've decided that I will not play Rolex games, as it doesn't really matter to me whether I own or not, I select 4 from the other 6. Okay, so he's looking at okay, so selection before I found out what cunts Rolex are. Now he was looking at a Omega Speedy Apollo 8, a Rolex Pepsi or a Batman, Rolex Daytona, that's the Panda, a Breguet, yes, love the Breguet. Choices to replace 2 Rolexes. He's looking at a JLC. He's looking at an IWC Portuguese, beautiful piece. He's looking at a bronze Tudor with the Explorer dial, and then a Tudor Pepsi. So what next watches I'm considering to complete my collection? Okay, let's have a look here. An Omega Speedy Apollo 8. It is not released yet, but I really love it. I love the yellow and black on the moon stuff, the modified movement. I will wait until the piece is on the grey pre-owned market. I'm not a big fan of it, sorry. Number 2, the Breguet. This would be a dress watch for me. Ah, Breguet, man, I love the Breguet. I've got to tell you, that is one hell of a watch. The Breguet, it's amazing, man. This would be a dress watch for me. I like that it has 7 days power reserve. Does the Breguet have 7 days? I don't think it. I don't know if it does have a 7-day power. I don't think it does. I'm sorry. I think that's you might be misinformed there. Then you got the JLC Memo Box. It's got an alarm fucker. That's got to be cool. The little boy in me wants it, and I like a bit of quirkiness. I can't get quirkier than a Memo Box, and they're really amazing quality. I gotta say that they're a cool piece. The IWC dress watch, with a display back and sexy movement in steel or white gold on a black leather bracelet. Maybe an Ingi 322701. That's the Ingi I've got. That's the Ingenua there that I've got. Yeah, I get you. The next 2 are Tudor, so due to their links to Rolex. Oh no, I think Tudor's a great brand. He's talking about the Tudor Black Bay Bronze and the Tudor GMT. So very interesting selection there. Question 3, what do you think of these choices? I think they're cool. At the moment, I'm thinking the following would complete my collection nicely. A JLC Memo Box, a Breguet Apollo 8, then last but not least, an IWC Portuguese or white gold pre-owned Daytona or GMT. Then he goes on to say that the image below is the final collection. What do you think? I think it could be cool. I think it very much could be cool. I reckon the Breguet is a cool piece. Yep, I reckon that's no Rolex. I think you gotta have a Rolex. You gotta have a Rolex. Every man needs a Rolex. Please, every man needs a Rolex. But that's an amazing collection. What do I think? I think it's a great collection. It's cool, it's modern, it's hip. It's not the thing I would do, because I mean, we've all got different tastes. Watches are such a unique proposition. So I gotta say, in all honesty there, I quite like the selections. I quite like the selections. So I think it's a I think it's a great way. I think the watches are very much a personal reflection. If someone else doesn't like it, they can get fucked. You've got to buy what you love. There's no point buying pieces to please people you don't like. You've got to buy what you love. And I think that collection with you there, it's very much your personality. It's who you are. And this is why watches are so cool, because they are a reflection on us as an individual. And I love it. I love the collection. You've got dreams, goals, aspirations. It's all there. And I hope you'll stay for the journey, the ArchieLuxury, the Paul Pluta experience. I appreciate you come on the channel. I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends. Tell me what you think of his collection. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. It's very individualistic. It's not what I would buy, but that's not what the question is. It's not to please me. This is a collection for you. If it's your money, what would you buy? So guys, few nasty comments below. Tell me what you fuckers think of that.